I walked to the bakery and picked up some sourdough bread. Then I went to the mailroom and sat in, like, you are not ever going to even put that sentence together in English, let alone Spanish, okay? Buenos, my name is Daljiimarax. For those who are new here, we do solo travel on this channel, but we also learn languages, and right now we doing Spanish. Your lazy ass want to learn Spanish, don't even worry about it. I got you, boo. Like I mentioned, sometimes it can take a lot of discipline and we don't got time for all that. So let's get into a few ways to learn Spanish very lazily, okay? One of the most popular ones you're going to hear all the time is watching movies or TV shows in Spanish. That is absolutely true, okay? However, one of the best ways to retain that information and retain that language is to be intentional. So when you watch a movie or a TV show in Spanish, pick a genre and something that you are already going to be interested in English. So if you watch a lot of Spanish, in English, if you watch a lot of movies or TV shows that are comedy, do the same thing in Spanish because you're going to be much more engaged. So don't just pick a random TV show or movie, and don't just pick something you're interested in, but something that this is your favorite genre in English, so that's going to be much easier to, take in and retain because you're super interested in that genre. Next, when you are watching these, don't worry about memorizing every single word. That's not going to happen. That's not how you learn languages. What you can do is you can, while you're reading the subtitles, write down in your notes on a piece of paper whatever words, vocab words, or grammar words speak to you. So if you hear something, you're like, oh, I wonder what that is, or I want to learn how to use that in a sentence, or they keep saying this word again. Think of it that way. Think of like keywords that you could take from watching these movies and TV shows, and not so much, I need to memorize everything these people are saying. That's not going to happen. And next, it's really important to use that method of watching movies and TV shows because you can get a bit of, understanding and hearing that dialect and that accent. So also when you are watching these, try to stay within the same country when you are watching these movies and TV shows that is, related to the dialect that you are learning. Everybody loves a podcast. It's like the most popular social media thing you could do in the world. Watch podcasts. I recently discovered, like this year, that there's so many podcast learning channels. I don't know why this didn't click to me. Like, duh. So while you're cleaning the house or walking your dog or whatever the case may be, listen to a podcast, okay? Again, this is not something that you're going to be able to be fluent in the language by listening to a couple podcasts, but you are hearing that accent, you are hearing specific keywords over and over. This is about retention and understanding the flow of the language in whatever the dialect you are learning in, okay? Listening to music is one of the best ways to be able to mimic a language. I'm telling you, don't play with it. Because you may not even understand the words, but you can mimic the sounds, and that'll help you enunciate those words when you go and like read the lyrics, or when you actually become a bit more fluent in the language. Because you could just mumble it and mimic the accents and get the flow of all of that. So that's one of the best ways to do it. Obviously, I think everybody should start with Bad Bunny because he's like, especially if you're like my demographic, younger, things of that nature. I feel like even if you don't understand what he's saying, you can get into Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny got some hits, so while you cleaning, while you driving, while you working out, don't want to Spanish hit. Not so much to learn how to speak it, but you're hearing it and you can mimic that sound that you're hearing in the music. You can be saying gibberish, but that helps. Like, some might see that, oh, that's offensive to mimic that, but no, that helps you be better at speaking the language, specifically if you don't want to sound like an American with an American accent when you speak a Spanish language, if that makes sense. So if you can mimic that accent, that sound, boom, you're on your way, okay? One of my favorite ways is TikToks and Instagram. So there are plenty of channels and accounts that will just do like simple examples or vocab words or give little quizzes on Spanish things every single day. So if you have find a favorite Spanish account, every day they probably post something like, how do you say this in Spanish, or here's an example on how to say I'm mad in Spanish. Like, they just give cool little tips and tricks here on how to learn, different things in Spanish, and it just helps with your vocabulary. Like, I love Instagram and TikTok for like vocab words and expressions that I wouldn't even think that I should learn how to say this. That's what I think is most valuable about those. And then it's easily digestible. You already scrolling on your phone. Like, you already on your phone. You are probably on your phone while you watching this video. Like, come on. And this one is lazy, but it's going to require a bit more work than the last ones. And that is going to be just start writing down things that you want to learn in Spanish, like quick little vocab words, quick little sentences, like the days of the week, or maybe, you know, different colors, or maybe just quick little phrases like hello, how are you, what's your name. Like think of stuff you're already saying, like probably like little small talk conversations you have in English, and just learn how to say that in Spanish. That will make you feel a bit much better, and it's going to be easier to retain, because it's like you're already saying this every single day. So this is something that's much more digestible than trying to learn. I walked to the bakery and picked up some sourdough bread. Then I went to the mailroom and sat in, like, you are not ever going to even put that sentence together in English, let alone Spanish, okay? So what are you saying? Like short little phrases or little words, even words, you know, already in English. Write down how to say that in Spanish. I bet you will help. That would be so much helpful, and you will retain that a lot faster than trying to come up with sentences and vocabulary words that you don't even use in your native tongue. Okay? There's so many lazy and super quick ways to learn Spanish, but maybe at a point in time you're gonna have to get serious with this language. If you want to be fluent in it, you're gonna have to get serious, boo. But don't worry, I got you. I got a whole video teaching you in the days of the week. Go watch it. Bye.